Dreamie Jeannie of Krumpetville. Written and created by Susie and Stevie Crumpet. Dreamie Jeannie lived in a dreamy world. Many things that happened to Dreamie Jeannie happened inside of her head in the form of daydreams. Dreamie Jeannie had a very big imagination. For instance, Dreamie Jeannie lived in an ordinary house on a nice quiet block at the edge of Krumpetville Lake. But if you asked Dreamie Jeannie where she lived, she would close her eyes and say, "I live in a house with a green grass roof in the wild, wild jungle." Dreamie Jeannie wasn't telling fibs or making up riddles. She was just using her imagination. Do you ever have daydreams? What do you dream about? Do you imagine yourself playing with flowers and ladybugs? Or do you dream of snowflakes and sandcastles? Or maybe you daydream of a town made up of ice cream cones and candy. Dreamie Jeannie imagined that her friends were circus clowns performing tricks and flips. She even talked to her friends as if they really were clowns. Sometimes they had to snap their fingers and say, "Dreamie Jeannie, come out of your dream. You're playing with us, your friends." Then Dreamie Jeannie would rub her eyes and say, "I'm sorry, I must have been daydreaming again." Every once in a while, Dreamie Jeannie's daydreaming got her in trouble. She had to be especially careful in school, for if she daydreamed in class, she might miss part of her lessons. One morning, while Dreamie Jeannie was listening to her teacher, she suddenly realized how very hungry she was. Oh, a chocolate cupcake would taste so good just now, she thought as she closed her eyes. Dreamie Jeannie imagined herself peeking into a bakery window. Then she hurried through the doorway right to the cupcake counter. "I have 26 pennies, explained Dreamie Jeannie. "How many chocolate cupcakes will that buy me?" 26 pennies won't buy you any cupcakes, answered her teacher, "because we don't sell cupcakes in the classroom." Dreamie Jeannie opened her eyes to find herself sitting at her school desk, and there was no bakery there at all, just a few giggling classmates. Dreamie Jeannie was so embarrassed. Even though she sometimes got in trouble, Dreamie Jeannie still had lots of fun. Why do you think daydreaming is fun? Dreamie Jeannie could dream about anything she wanted. If she wanted to climb a tree and build a tree house, but it was too snowy to go outside, she just had to close her eyes and dream, and suddenly she was building a tree house. She could dream of pirates and fairies and princesses and play with them. But there was one special thing she dreamed of more than anything else. It was the annual Krumpetville picnic held every May. There would be games and contests and lots of prizes and food. But there was one part of the picnic that Dreamie Jeannie liked best of all, the pony race. It was the day of the Krumpetville picnic. Dreamie Jeannie decided to sit in the sun for just a little while before going. Soon her eyes closed, and the next thing she knew, she was gliding and flying with beautiful orange and black butterflies. Then she and the butterflies flew to the Krumpetville picnic. The butterflies helped Dreamie Jeannie fly down to her red polka-dotted pony. They wished her good luck, and bang, the race was on. Dreamie Jeannie rode, with the butterflies holding onto the pony's tail. Around the bend they went faster and faster. Just as Dreamie Jeannie was about to finish the race, her nose began to tickle. A real butterfly had landed on her nose. Dreamie Jeannie's nose tickled so much that she suddenly awoke from her daydream. Dreamie Jeannie said aloud, "Was I dreaming about the Krumpetville picnic? I must have been, because I don't really have a red polka-dotted pony. In fact, nobody has a red polka-dotted pony." Dreamie Jeannie thought for a while, and then moaned, "Oh no, I didn't miss the picnic, did I? I don't want to daydream anymore." Dreamie Jeannie was very sad. Just as a tear started to roll down her cheek, she saw her uncle, Mr. Rover, driving by in his Jeep. "Hurry up, Dreamie Jeannie. Climb in or we'll be late for the pony race." "You mean I didn't miss it?" cried Dreamie Jeannie. "Not yet," answered Mr. Rover. "But if you keep daydreaming, you'll miss out on a lot of things. Now hurry up." Dreamie said, "Don't worry, Uncle Rover. I'm not going to miss out on things ever again, because I'm not going to daydream anymore." Dreamie Jeannie jumped inside the Jeep. Mr. Rover started the motor, and it whirred and buzzed as they drove down the road to the picnic. Dreamie Jeannie closed her eyes, and off she went in a Jeep with wings. Poor Dreamie Jeannie. No matter how hard she tried, she just couldn't stop daydreaming.